Hey, what's good, I guess, if that's what people say. Anyway, SuperCoach, round review. I don't have too much water left in my water bottle, so I can't say too much in this video, but I'll speak regardless. Round 3 score. What did we get? 1975. I feel like it's always a bit of a bad omen if you get a score which has already been a year. Like 1975, that was a year. Just a bit ago, 49 years ago. We're in 2024. So really, if you're getting below 2024, it's a bit alarming. It's always an alarming sign for me. So, look, overall, it was best 18 this week, so it's not too bad. And we did drop down round 3 rank-wise because we got like a top 2% score last week, top 3% this week. And we did end up shooting up in the ranks. So, yeah, 3,000, it is what it is. Everyone's not separated by too much at this point. So, we just take it week by week, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, So, anyway, let's get into the team. The real thing is, we've already used 6 trades, so we do need to conserve. We can't just be, blowing them all like we have been so far. But I think it's been good, the trades that we've made have seriously improved the team and have led to, a pretty good rank so far and a pretty good start to the season. So I think they've been good. Getting into the team. Look, Ryan, that's who we traded in. Number 1, D1, sensational, 130. Look, we put Hayden Young to Ryan this week, so we actually lost 2 points, but I think in the long run, we'll certainly win on that one. Dacos, 112. Yeah, look, didn't play too well up until 4th quarter. That's okay. I think he's still obviously top 6 for the year and everything, so you just keep him there, ride him through his bye probably and everything. I would say probably not going to look to trade him out or anything. She's at 128, again, really good. D'Ambrosio, 68, was at this game, actually, and yeah, it was just a really wet game. For a guy that's got really sublime kicking skills and everything, the conditions weren't really suiting. So, playing up against some other good wingers, like Max Holmes, maybe, and I forget the other guy who he was on. Maybe Mitch Duncan and stuff as well. So he was up against some good guys. And yeah, obviously not the best score. Still got a negative break even, I think. Or at least a really low break even. So hopefully it gets to around 400. We'll see though. Williams, 248k, got 70 this week. So not too bad. Hopefully he can get up to 350-ish. I'm aiming to trade out. We'll get into this in a bit, my trade plans. But I'm aiming to trade these 3 guys out in 3 rounds. For when these 3 guys, Nick Martin, Roberts, and McKercher, all get DPP, and I'm sending them back. And so I'll trade these 3 guys out. But that's in about 3 rounds' time, in after round 6. And then House 26, a bit disappointing. But yeah, we'll probably hold him for another 2 or 3 rounds. These 2 guys didn't play. And Sarong 125, yeah, look, I thought he was going to get a bit of attention put into him. He did have a little bit, I believe, at the start of the game. Was then put on a wing in the 2nd quarter. But overall, he just played well from the 2nd quarter onwards. And apparently didn't have a touch in the 1st quarter. It's still got a 125. I think that's, just goes to show how good he's been playing. And yeah, ended up looping that. So took the captaincy score from him there. That was good. Butters 98, just, a bit below what he would usually put out, especially in that, first half and everything. But hey, it is what it is. Nick Martin, 136. Oh, what a glorious role he's got. He even had a few clangers, but yeah, obviously 44 touches. I remember at halftime I saw he had 27, and I was like, geez, he's on for a 50 ball here. He really is. Slowed down a little bit, but yeah, he's never going to get tagged in this role. If you're going up against Essendon and you're looking at someone to tag, obviously Zach Merritt, number 1, that's in the midfield, but if you're looking at someone in defence, you tag Andy McGrath before him. You probably tag Mason Redmond before him. Before you look at a guy like Nick Martin. His touches were so cheap, they had no impact on the game, but they obviously got a lot of SuperCoach points. So obviously great for SuperCoach, probably doesn't really affect the actual game that much. So should be in a good role, and hopefully, just keeps going up with that. Maybe he is the top 6 defender this season. Who knows? Obviously he's not going to score 136 this week every week, but we'll see. Roberts 98, again, he's playing really well. You can probably make him pretty much our last rookie to upgrade. He's averaging 84. I think he had a bad opening round. Was it? Or a bad second round? Or anyway, he's put up 2 90s in a row now. He can probably average around 85 to 90, to be completely honest with you. He's got a really good role of halfback as well. So yeah, he should probably get up to 450, maybe, and 500k, to be honest. McKercher 74, not too bad, not as good as previous 2 games, but still not too bad. Sanders 77 up against West Coast. Yeah, no, good score from him. Lazaro, 64. I think Lazaro, like you see, he's a good ball user. Sometimes he turns it over, but a lot of the time he hits some good kicks and he does some really good stuff. So hopefully he can have a game soon where he goes like 80, 90. I can definitely see it coming up. And Clark, 68. Hey, he's getting better as the weeks go on. So I think just a hold. I think his job security, I don't really know, to be honest. I think Geelong is just trying to prioritise playing their young players now. They weren't really last year, but now I think they've realised they've got to. So yeah, like him, like Dempsey's going to be a lock in the team because he's playing really well. But Clark, honestly, is a VFL player, to be completely honest still. But he'll probably get games. So just hold him. Hopefully he gets to maybe like 250k and then trade him out then. Maybe 300. Who knows? 3 premiums on the bench this round, so that was a bit tough. We did have a lot of guys out. We had, 3 rookies, Hewland, Sexton, Cadman, and 3 premiums, Greenwell, Flanders. And to still not do too bad this week was actually quite pleasing because I was a bit worried going into this week that I wouldn't perform that well. But yeah, it's okay. Gorn, 177. Oh my goodness. Put Solo to the sword. He really did. Again, if you didn't start him, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Not really, to be honest. Like, you should have knew this was coming. Like, you really should have. Like, you should have seen, what did he do to... Who did he play? Tom DeConning. He had like 180 on him in the preseason. Like, you should have seen this was coming. Like, really. Like, he had a bad round 0 score. So what, Jackson, 98. Not as good as the week before, obviously, with the 170. But, yeah, I don't know how much longer he's got on my team. Maybe when Darcy comes back, sounds like it's a week or two away. When he does, I'll probably give Jackson 1 game to just see how he's scoring with Darcy in the team. And then based on that, if he's playing well still, maybe averaging around 100, going around 100, I'll keep him. Or otherwise, might fade, go to someone else. Livingston didn't play, sadly. They brought in another ruckman, actually, Williams. So they've gone 2 ruckmen in the past 2 weeks, Barnett and Williams, for their backups. Maybe Livingston will get a go soon. Who knows? Heaney, 148. My goodness. Just takes your breath away, doesn't it? Powell, 92. Pretty good. Got a really nice, easy, cheap goal from a bad kick out from McGovern, I think it was, Mitch McGovern. So that was pretty lucky. Otherwise, look, he gets the ball quite a bit. This isn't like my real first time watching him pretty intently. So, given that I had him, obviously, and traded him in. So, yeah, not too bad. Jordan, 65. Yeah, you'd probably want a little bit high against Richmond. Hopefully, I'm holding him for this last week, because the next week he has his bye, of course. So, hopefully he can get around an 80, 90, get up to maybe like 360k, and then I'm going to ship him off, and hopefully we get into our first upgrade next week. Well, I guess Jordan's a premium, mid-pricer though, not a premium, but yeah, we'll upgrade him to someone else, or maybe to another mid or something. We'll see though. Reed, 54, just forecasting it, might be his last week in the team, or he might have had his last week in the team. This week, we'll see. Dempsey, 86, really well. I think he was on played really well. I think he was on 50 at 3/4 time or something. So I think he had a big last quarter after the lightning strike. That was excruciating to wade through. My goodness. Sexton, didn't play Cadman. And Wilson, 25, disappointing. Really disappointing. You'd think he'd score more than that. But that's what happens, I guess. So, trades this week. Like I just forecasted, Reed is probably going to be going out. And for him, we're thinking Sam Darcy. I was going to say Luke Darcy, but no, Sam Darcy. So, yeah, obviously this gives us a lot of money in the bank, 151k. It is using another trade, and we are trying to conserve. But I think this means next week, say if Jordan gets up to about 360, then we can get up to 510k. And that should be enough for maybe a fallen forward premium, or whoever we want there, or maybe a defender premium. I don't know who we will get in the mid. How much is Steele's going to be too much now, isn't he? Same as Took, I'd imagine. Yeah. So, look, we'll see who we go for next week. But I think that's what I'm thinking of right now. Obviously, how the team's going to line up this week. Who do I want? Howes or Hewland on field? Not sure. I can loop them, can't I? Yeah, I can loop them. Can I loop them? Howes? Oh, no, yeah, I can loop them. So I'll loop them, see what happens there. Green goes on for Clark. Rail will go on for Lazaro. And Flanders will go on for Sexton. And yeah, we'll line up like this. I don't think Sexton's going to be on the field for a bit, to be honest, because he hasn't been putting out the best scores. And Cadman's been playing well, but... Well, they do have Gold Coast. Gold Coast have some good defenders, though. Ballard. Who's the other guy? Collins. So, yeah, maybe put him on the bench this week. Captains-wise, what are we thinking? Oh, Heaney against West Coast. Oh, my goodness. You kind of, like, froth at the mouth at a matchup like that. So, we may pursue that. We'll see. We'll see. Look, apparently Colton's midfield's a bit difficult, so I don't know if I'll go so wrong. I think Green, captaincy-wise, but he's going up against the Gold Coast midfield. I don't know if I want to do that. At Adelaide Hills. Gather round this week. Wow. Gather round, but, like, I'm not gathering there, so how's it really gather round? Okay, anyway. Fremantle. Oh, Fremantle against Colton. Maybe Luke Ryan. Dacos against Hawthorn. Can't trust him. Sheasel against Brisbane. Maybe. Who's Gorn got? O'Brien. But Jackson didn't do too well against O'Brien. Butters as Essendon. Still went on 126 on Essendon. That's at Adelaide. Are we expecting a bounce back game? Maybe we'll go VC on Butters, to be honest. He was going up against the Melbourne midfield, which is kind of tough. We might go Butters into Heaney, to be honest. We'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for this video, though, or for this week. Look, again, with the trades, the last 2 weeks, my trades have switched up. Even after I've recorded my video, I said I was going to do one thing, and then I went to something else, just to show you guys what I actually ended up doing last week, in case you were interested for some reason. This is what I ended up doing. So I ended up going Young, Grundy, Caulfield out, and Ryan, D'Ambrosio, and Powell came in. With Jackson, I think there's a lot of things we could do. We could potentially go to Conway, if Conway ends up playing 3 games, so this is, say, after next week, Darcy comes back, say, or we'll hold Jackson for maybe 1 week longer or something. I don't know. And then we might downgrade to a Conway, get like 500k or something like that, 400k, go up another premium. And then, yeah, like I said, like the round after that or 2 rounds after that, these 3 go out. And then Martin, Roberts, McKesha all go back. And then we go up in midfield premiums. So... yeah, look, there's a lot of ways we can go about this, and I think we are in a good spot money-making wise. We've got quite a few cash makers in here. If we are looking at, like midfield premiums, who would we actually want to get in? Sorting by highest price. Okay, so Bont's like a must, Merritt's a must. I'm not sold on Petrarca, but Bont and Merritt definitely. Led's been playing well. Probably Goulden, but 73 this week. He's got West Coast this week, but we're not going to get him in now because they got to buy. And then, probably, honestly, like Crouch, Miller, Steele have all been playing really well, so I'm going to keep an eye on them. Otherwise, I think, like, the mids we've got a good, like, Sarong, Green, Butters, Raoul. I think they're all really good. They could certainly all be top 8 as well. So, look, we'll see. We will see. And then, well, I mean, we may as well just go through all the positions, mustn't we? Defenders. Yeah, not Vlasian. Again, let's go by highest price. Yeah, Stewart, we're going to need to get in. Maybe Houston. Sicily, I don't know about Sicily. Whitfield looks like a get. We might want to get him in sooner rather than later before he goes up a lot as well. And GW just had that buy, so that would be good. So, yeah, look. I don't know how much faith I've got in faith in Nick Martin, to be honest. Will he be top 6? Who knows? We might trade him out later on, down the line. But we'll see. Yeah, forwards. Okay. Look, McRae is potentially one. Didn't play that well this week, which is disappointing. I didn't see that game because I was too worried about Bont and English. So lucky they didn't go too well. So, yeah, but I didn't watch that game against West Coast. I was just worried they'd each score like 160 or something. But yeah, it wasn't to be. And who else? McKay? No, I'm just joking. Too risky, but he's playing well. Hogan? No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I don't really know forwards. I think for forward line, maybe even back line, we just got to really wait for the DPP because you're going to have some midfielders going and getting defender status, getting midfielders, or getting forward status. So we'll just wait for those probably to see who will trade in. So really, we'll probably just be looking, besides like a Stewart or something in the back line, yeah, besides like a Stewart, we'll just wait on them really, to be honest, for the defenders and forwards. Ruckman-wise, obviously, yeah, it's pretty much going to be English. And English instead of Jackson's place. And we really don't have Grundy. But yeah, so, I don't know, we might sub Jackson back forward when we're going to English or something. Or we might just get into Conway. Let Conway go up 100k if that's what happens. And then, because Conway didn't look too bad. He really didn't. I saw him get a few intercept marks, getting hit outs and everything. To be fair, he was playing up against Lloyd Meek, who wasn't in this week because Ned Reeves got dropped. So, I mean, Lloyd Meek's already a fringe ruckman in and of itself, in and of himself. So, yeah, I mean, they were probably both kind of VFL players going up against each other. So, yeah, who knows. But that's just what happened. And yeah, Powell is Powell a keeper? Could be, certainly could be. You know, maybe averaging around 95 to 100. Maybe that's all you need for a weak forward line premium. Who knows? Who knows? Same for Martin, 95 to 100. Who knows for that D6 spot or something. We'll assess it though. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, again, I think the only trade I want to make this week is Darcy to Reed. I do want to be conserving a bit more trades because even though we got more trades, you don't just want to be so liberal with them, you know. You do want to be conserving them and making sure you're using them appropriately. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.